will be hard.
Seconds out. Round 2.
One mistake could prove fatal.
For me, it's just voice.
I'm just going to go in there and do what I did last time, but not get caught in round 9.
Gypsy King is rattled.
A bit more focus, and I should win the fight quite comfortably.
My father told me, you can't stand.
This is big, you know what I mean? Very big. So you want to watch the biggest fight in the last 100 years, then watch this one.
Tyson Fury's latest physique pics have fans questioning if the Gypsy King is ready for a rematch or if he's already lost the battle with Father Time. Tyson Fury's recent photos showing off his physique ahead of his rematch with Alexander Usyk have sparked a wave of controversy and concern among boxing fans. The images reveal a less than impressive version of the Gypsy King, and some worry he's not in the right shape to face one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. As the countdown to their much-anticipated showdown on December 21st in Riyadh begins, many are questioning whether Fury can come back stronger or whether his unpredictable physique is a sign of deeper issues.
And that's what.
Although he has got a bit bigger, like he's sized up the last 2 years.
He's got a bit bigger,
yeah.
but in a way that might be a disadvantage for him as well.
Yeah,
that might be a disadvantage for him because I can see it from 1 to 4 will be the hardest rounds Tyson's ever had, from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
For a long while.
Yeah.
But after 4, Tyson's just too big.
Yeah.
And one thing I wouldn't want Tyson to see here is let people start hyping him up. You're a big heavyweight puncher. You're a big you're the best boxer on the planet. You're the best superior stand back switch hitter boxer there is in the heavyweight division. Well, in the heavyweight division since we've seen for decades and decades. Let's not have someone saying you're too big, strong for him walking down, because we don't want to do that. This man knows a little bit too much for that. Stand back, box him, enjoy it, and 100% he'll stop him.
The first fight between Fury and Usyk, which took place earlier this year, was a monumental event. Usyk handed Fury his first professional loss, defeating the previously undefeated champion by a split decision. This loss not only dented Fury's reputation, but also handed Usyk the title of the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis in 1999. Many boxing analysts and fans were taken aback by Usyk's tactical performance, which was marked by an uncanny ability to stay ahead of Fury's much larger frame and outbox him with skill and agility.
Round 1.
It looked to me like Fury was starting to get into his groove.
He's on the front foot, he's letting his shots go. He's formidable.
The 9th round was one of the most dramatic I've ever seen.
You've seen the blood, you know you can hurt your man.
And obviously the shot that landed, the big left hand, had Fury all over the place.
And these guys are not letting us down. Fury's in trouble. The big fella, the Gypsy King.
He was that much away from the fight being stopped, there's no doubt about that. And thankfully the ropes held him up.
I think both guys will do different things in this second fight.
The first fight was history. The second one's going to be even better.
And if the first fight was anything to go by, you need to tune in for number 2.
Now, as Fury gears up for the rematch, the tension surrounding his preparations is palpable. With the weight of his first career defeat hanging over him, Fury has reportedly decided to come in heavier than the last time the two faced off, aiming to tip the scales at around 19 stone 7 pounds, 273 pounds, almost a stone more than his previous weight of 18 stone 10 pounds, 262 pounds. Tyson Fury's camp believes that the added weight will make him more powerful, yet there are concerns that this strategy could backfire.
He got the decision, a split decision, cat's whisker, innit? If I would have got the decision, great. He got the decision, fantastic. There's not much to say, is there? You know, am I going to go and change everything in my camp because I lost a split decision?
It's no secret that Tyson Fury's approach to training and fight preparations has often been unorthodox. Over the years, he's fluctuated in weight, at times being accused of not staying in the best shape, yet he has still managed to beat top-tier opponents. However, with the rematch against Usyk just around the corner, many are questioning whether Fury's habit of gaining and losing weight may have caught up with him. He may be carrying excess weight that could slow him down, leaving him vulnerable to Usyk's quick and precise punches.
If I'm honest, it depends on what Fury turns up on the night. If Tyson Fury turns up and he's switched on and he's game for it, then I would almost edge it in Fury's favour. But if he turns up as the showman and the laddie dad doesn't really care the way he did in the first fight, then it's going to go Usyk. So I really do think it's going to be what kind of Fury turns up on the night.
In the build-up to their first fight, Fury was seen as the favorite, thanks to his size, skill, and undefeated record. But as the fight played out, it became clear that Usyk had a game plan that was difficult for Fury to counter. Fury may have been too cautious and respectful of Usyk's ability, and this time, he has promised not to make the same mistake. His camp has emphasized that he is coming into the rematch with a more aggressive mindset, aiming for a knockout rather than relying on the judges' scorecards.
So maybe if I just keep a little bit more focused, same again, pop, 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 pop. I'm not going to change anything because it wasn't a one-sided beatdown, it was a close fight. Could have went either way.
While Fury is clearly more determined this time, some fans have expressed concern about his physical appearance. Many have noted that Fury's frame doesn't look as sharp as it did in previous years, and some even compared his appearance to that of a fighter much older than his 36 years. The weight gain and the lack of definition in his physique have led to speculation that Fury may be underprepared, especially when compared to Usyk's lean, toned frame.
I don't think we can use the second fight with Wilder as any type of blueprint, because the drastic change between Tyson Fury in Wilder 1 and Tyson Fury in Wilder 2, that is a very rare change. Generally you change a few tactics. Tyson changed everything. Completely changed the corner. He changed every single thing.
What he did in that fight, first of all, he managed to lose a bit more weight.
So it was a different fight.
That's number one. But more importantly, what he did, he went and put him on the back foot.
Fury has always been a fighter who defies conventional standards. He's not the typical bodybuilder type, and his lack of a chiseled physique has often been overlooked due to his impressive skill set and boxing IQ. However, the criticism surrounding his recent photos has led some fans to wonder if his fluctuating weight has finally caught up with him. If Fury is no longer the same physically imposing figure that once stunned the world by outboxing the likes of Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder, then the road to victory may be much tougher than expected. His weight has always been a talking point, but now, with a fight against a more polished Usyk on the horizon, it could become a critical factor.
If Tyson is the same fighter now as he was before the last fight, if he's that same fighter, then he'll do it.
We still don't really know what those Wilder rounds took out of him. On the floor, that brutal third fight. I mean, we're watching that for our
unbelievable fight. I mean,
you can't just do that comfortably.
Some fans also wonder if Fury's mindset is a bigger issue than his physique. Many believe that his lack of focus in the first fight cost him dearly, as he failed to show the level of aggression and assertiveness that he's known for. Fury himself has admitted that in the first encounter he was too cautious, possibly giving Usyk too much respect and not committing to his punches as he should have. This time, he says, things will be different. He has made it clear that his focus is on knocking Usyk out, rather than leaving the decision in the hands of the judges. It's clear that Fury has a point to prove, but whether his mental approach will be enough to overcome Usyk's relentless precision remains to be seen.
Tyson, do you feel you on the hunt for revenge? We've never seen it before. Do you feel like you're going to be a completely different beast entirely?
I wouldn't have thought so, to be honest. I just think I'll just do the same as I did last time, but a little bit more focused and a little bit more concentration, that's it.
You've mentioned you feel like you need to knock Usyk out to win the fight. Is that more a reflection on the judges? Because I know you felt like you did enough to win the last fight.
No, I just feel like if I knock him out, then I can guarantee victory within these hands. But if I don't knock him out, then I rely on someone else's opinion to do it for me. And I always like to rely on myself rather than somebody else.
Manny Pacquiao, a boxing legend who has seen the best of the best in the sport, has weighed in on the rematch, offering Fury some tough love. Pacquiao emphasized that Fury needs to be in top shape to face Usyk. He pointed out that Fury was distracted and, at times, clowning around in their first fight, which led to his downfall. According to Pacquiao, Fury must remain laser-focused if he hopes to have any chance of reclaiming the heavyweight throne. This sentiment is echoed by several boxing experts who believe that Fury's mindset will be just as important as his physical prowess. Some believe that Fury can still pull off a victory despite the odds. Former champion Lennox Lewis, for example, has expressed his belief that Fury has the ability to make the necessary adjustments and win the rematch, just as he did in his famous trilogy against Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury's camp is confident that the added weight will help him assert his dominance over Usyk and allow him to neutralize the Ukrainian's speed and footwork. But the question remains whether this strategy will be enough to overcome the challenge Usyk poses.
There can only be one champion, one winner, and we found out it was Alexander Usyk. But for Tyson, you know, he can look back at the fight. He's an up and down fighter where, you know, sometimes he's down, sometimes he's up. Right now he's down, but he's pretty focused on getting back up.
Carl Frampton shared his belief that Fury didn't take the last fight seriously enough and wasn't aggressive enough, which cost him. He thinks that Fury will need to be more assertive in the rematch, but admits that anything can happen. While recognizing Usyk's skill, Frampton ultimately leans towards Fury winning the fight.
What a fight. Great fight, but I think Big Tyson threw it away the last time, you know, too much messing about and not being aggressive enough. If he's a bit more aggressive, I fancy him, but nothing would surprise me. I love Usyk, quality fighter, but I just think Tyson gets it right.
Derek Chisora, on the other hand, feels that the fight will be a thrilling one, with both fighters likely adjusting their strategies. He believes Fury will make changes to his approach, but he also thinks Usyk has the upper hand in terms of the odds. Still, Chisora emphasized that regardless of who wins, the fight is bound to be exciting.
That card's still the same, bro. It's gonna be a good fight. We're gonna see a little bit of difference, but you have to understand, Tyson's gonna come a little bit of difference, and Usyk's gonna come different, a little bit of difference. You understand? So it's gonna be a great fight, whatever happens. But as the scales hit right now, I think my money is still edging on Usyk.
Roy Jones Jr., a former boxing great, is of the opinion that Fury can improve significantly in the rematch, just as he did in his previous bouts with Wilder. Jones believes that Fury is the kind of fighter who can turn things around and make adjustments mid-fight, something that may prove vital against Usyk's slick and elusive style. However, Jones also expresses concern about the momentum Usyk has built, suggesting that the Ukrainian's rise to the top could make it harder for Fury to make up the ground he lost in the first bout.
Yeah, I'm expecting Fury to go and make some changes, make some adjustments, and do some different things, because Fury is smart and a good boxer and knows how to come back and redo things. So I think he'll come out with a different game plan, and I expect to see him do a little bit better this time. But at the same time, I feel like Usyk left the fight with the momentum, and I think it's going to be very hard for Fury now to get that momentum back.
Dave Coldwell believes that the outcome of the rematch between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk largely depends on who can endure the most punishment. Both fighters are at a point in their careers where they've already taken a lot of damage. Usyk, who started his career in the cruiserweight division, has always been involved in physically demanding fights, and moving up to heavyweight while facing opponents who are larger and heavier has only added to the toll on his body. Now, at 37 or 38 years old, it's unclear how much longer Usyk can maintain his peak performance.
I think they're both at that stage in their career now where they've had hard fights. Even, you got to remember, Usyk as a cruiserweight was having hard fights. You know, it was, you know, because his style requires a lot of effort in each fight. You know, there's a lot going on physically. So that takes a lot out of you. And then when he steps to the heavyweight and he's giving away natural size, natural weight, the shots they have more of an effect.
Fury, on the other hand, has also been through his share of tough battles, especially the grueling trilogy with Deontay Wilder. The third fight in particular was extremely brutal, and it has taken a lot out of him physically. Coldwell suggests that the key to their rematch will be which fighter can withstand the longest, given both have already endured tough careers.
You know, it's going to be tough on the old body, and at 37, 38, it's a tough career he's had, and you don't know what he's got left. Tyson Fury, he's had his last few fights where, you know, you got to think the Deontay Wilder trilogy. All right, the second one was fully in control, but the third one, he was getting bounced around, up and down, both of them. It was just an unbelievable fight.
Adam Smith, reflecting on the first fight between the two, called it a great contest and believes the rematch will be another exciting one. He recognizes Usyk's impressive status as the undisputed champion and one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, but points out that the belts alone don't guarantee victory. While acknowledging Fury's unbeaten record, Smith reminds that Fury could become a 3-time heavyweight champion, joining an exclusive group. He also noted that Fury has historically performed well in rematches and thrives when motivated by revenge, which could give him an edge. However, Smith also questioned whether Fury still has the stamina and drive to perform at his best, especially after a close call with Derek Chisora in their last fight. Smith believes that Fury's unpredictability makes him a dangerous opponent, but ultimately, Usyk is a tough tough challenge who will be difficult to defeat.
Yeah, Usyk's the champion, Usyk's the undisputed, or Usyk's the best pound for pound in the world, or whatever he is. Doesn't really matter about the belts. Fury's never lost before. I say it doesn't matter about the belts. Of course, they split a bit with the IBF, but of course there are belts on the line. Fury can become a 3-time heavyweight champion, which is an exclusive club. But he's very good at rematches, and he's very good at getting revenge. He's proved it all his career, but
in the lead up to the rematch, Smith has been impressed by Usyk's physicality and training, noting that he seems more powerful without losing his speed. Despite this, he still believes that Fury, when under pressure, can deliver some of his best performances. However, it's still unclear whether Fury can summon that level of excellence at this stage of his career. Should Fury win, it would be another milestone in his storied career, possibly setting up a trilogy with Usyk in 2025. But if Fury loses, Smith suggests that a highly anticipated fight with Anthony Joshua could be in the works for the spring, with Usyk possibly facing Deontay Wilder next. Despite all the speculation, Smith concludes that both fighters know each other's strengths well, and the best man will prevail on the night.
he's proved it all his career, but has he still got it at this stage? After the Ngannou performance, nearly got stopped in the 9th round last time. It's a big ask for Tyson Fury, but he's a big guy, and expect the unexpected. I think he's going to be more powerful this time, and he still looks pretty quick on his feet, so I don't know. It's a tough fight, this, for Tyson Fury, but this is when his back's to the wall, when he's up against it, he delivers his best performances. It's just the question of when he can, if he can, at this stage of his career. And if he can, and if he wins it, I mean, it's another remarkable feat for Tyson Fury in his incredible story. And then we go into a trilogy in 25.
Richard Torres, a former boxer, pointed out that while Usyk won the first fight, Fury's competitiveness and power make him a dangerous opponent. Fury's challenge will be to adapt his style, focusing on footwork and becoming more unpredictable, as Usyk seems to have a clearer route to refining his approach. But with Fury's adaptability and strength, he still has the tools to shift the momentum in his favor. It's a fight where anything can happen.
Usyk definitely won that first fight, but it was still a close fight. You know, there was like Tyson was doing his thing. I'm excited for the rematch. I've been just a fan of Tyson from an early age, and I've tried to mimic some of Usyk's style. So I have some skin in the game for both sides, but I'm just looking for a good fight. I think that Usyk kind of has a little bit more of a game plan now that he could double up on, and I think that Fury needs to kind of switch up what he needs to do. He needs to get on his feet more. He needs to box. He needs to kind of show a little different facets that he has shown before, but he needs to bring back. But I think it's easier for Usyk to double down than it is for Tyson to change. So I'm leaning a little more towards Usyk, but Tyson Fury, you know, he's a heavyweight. He's a puncher. He has a punch. He has a punch, and he can do what he needs to do.
While the boxing world remains divided on who will win the rematch, one thing is for certain: this is a fight that promises to be full of drama and excitement. Both fighters are aware of each other's strengths and weaknesses, and with the world watching, they will both leave everything in the ring. Whether Tyson Fury can rebound from his first defeat and reclaim his place as the top heavyweight remains to be seen. What is clear, however, is that the upcoming battle will be one of the most exciting and talked about fights in recent history. Only time will tell who will come out on top. So what are your thoughts about this? Do you think that Tyson Fury can avenge his loss against Usyk? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.